So, welcome to the second podcast. We're going to be covering just 3 topics today, only because 2 of the topics that we already did, I already had him in a video for it. So, we're not going to rediscuss what we already did because we kind of already went off and ranted about it. So, we will be discussing 3 of the videos that I have already done, which is cosmetic animal testing, fur fashion, and how to know if you or someone you know is abusing an animal. So first let's discuss cosmetic animal testing. Do you know much about that?
I never found that to be an issue, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, never did.
Why?
just...
Okay, if I tell you about it, maybe you'll change your mind. Animal testing with cosmetics and usually household products, which is just like household cleaners. They test on rats, like rodents and bunny rabbits. And what they do is there's many different ways, but 3 of the most common ways to test products on these animals before releasing them out into society is to have the animal consume.
You look down, stay looking. Yes, stay there.
A lethal dose of the product to know how much product can kill a human, thus killing the animal in the process. And another way is to spray perfume in the eyes of the animal. And usually it causes irritation, or some side effects causes blindness in the animal. And what else? Another way, which is the 3rd way, is to rub the product into the skin of the animal to see if it irritates the skin, and they leave it on for up to 2 weeks, which it depends on the product, but most of the time it takes away the tissue of the skin, causing like different diseases to occur in the animal. Most of the time, when it comes to animal testing, the animal dies. So, your opinion on that?
My opinion really hasn't changed.
You agree with it?
I don't really see an issue with it.
Really?
No.
Why? It's killing animals for the sake of product.
They do the same thing with humans.
Yeah.
But I don't see the issue.
I don't understand your logic. Explain more.
I just don't see an issue.
You're okay with people killing animals?
No, but I don't have an opinion either way on it.
Alright then, we're gonna move on because that's just gonna make me irritated.
I just ruined our relationship.
So the next thing is fur fashion, which is
I have an issue with the fur fashion.
Which is wearing real fur coats, basically. Coats is the main thing. It used to be really popular in like the 1940s and 50s. It slowly like weared out, but it still like occurs. And a lot of people, like more than you think, actually encourage people to wear real fur coats, and they're actually in process of like creating more. There are very few people that don't encourage wearing actual real fur coats.
I have an issue with fur. I mean, I don't think you should kill an animal and fucking wear it just for the fur. I think real fur should be illegal. But I'm fine if it's like synthetic stuff, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's about my opinion.
Okay, this one I know you have experience with from work, because you told me the story and I want you to tell it to the audience. But how to know if you or someone you know is abusing an animal? There are many different ways that you can tell by just like looking at the environment or looking at the animal itself, or even looking at the people that is surrounded by that person that is abused. you had a situation at work where someone was bragging about hitting dogs. Okay, so what happened to him while he was at work? A woman was explaining that her puppy was just biting her all the time, which is what puppies do when they're not trained and they're just puppies. They play all the time and they horse around. So she was talking to a guy, and the guy's just like, why don't you just hit it and teach it a lesson? And just basically telling her to abuse the dog because that's what he does. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That is how you know someone is literally abusing their animal, because they admit to it.
Typically, most people who most people think just hitting their animal, just smacking it or whatever, even if it's not hard, is still technically abuse by law. Most people don't consider that abuse, so they're more willing to openly talk about it than like actually throwing a puppy or a kitten across the room into a wall, or we have a security system that people can that has a community board, and one of the people said posted who shot my cat, broke it, who shot my cat with a pellet, broke its leg and found a pellet in its leg. And the comments on that post was, serves that right, cat shouldn't have been where he is in the first place. And the other was like, should have just killed the cat and not hurt the cat type of stuff. All those things are abuse.
Or threats. There's a lot of psychological means to that, but that's not what the channel is about. We're not going into the psychological mind of a human being. We're here to talk about animals, not people. So just know your surroundings.
Most people don't think they're actually committing abuse when they are.
That's why it's always good to be knowledgeable about what is abuse. And once you know that, if you hear certain things, and you are 100% sure this person's abusing that animal, there are websites that I have on that video that I did earlier this week.
Okay, I think I got it all.
That you can actually report the issue to, or have knowledge about how to report it. Usually you have to call 911. That way the authorities get involved. But I would rather you do some research before that. That way you're 100% sure you're actually making the right accusation. Because
every state has different laws when it comes to this type of stuff.
There's only a certain amount of states, including ours, that actually require you to report animal abuse if you hear it. Or if you see it. Hear it. I didn't mean hear it, but if you see it, or if you hear about it, about someone abusing an animal or something. But that's all of the topics that I can cover, because that's pretty much everything. So you believe that cosmetic brands...
I never found animal testing products to I never found it wrong nor right.
Is it because you don't really care about rabbits or guinea pigs or rodents or anything? Do you have a preference on the animal?
No.
Because most of the time it is that, but they do, in China, which is the main place where it occurs, they do it on cats. Because China really doesn't give a crap about their animals. They'll do whatever they want with any animal that they have. They'll do it on cats where they'll make them blind, they'll kill them.
It's morally wrong, but to me it's not we need to go do something about it. It's I guess. It's I know deep.
I'm surprised that's your answer, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's wrong, but there's more important things going on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That this is not the place to talk about.
It's still killing animals. I mean, you had a lot to say about trophy hunting.
Because it's more endangered animals.
And if they weren't endangered, you would encourage it?
I mean, you guys trophy hunt deer for all I care, but you shouldn't be trophy hunting lions and even some elks. I mean, some deers are even endangered, and you shouldn't be doing it on. Shouldn't be doing. I mean, I don't know moose. I'm pretty sure are endangered. Shouldn't be doing lions, elephants, giraffes.
Okay, what if I told you there is another way to test products without using animals at all?
I mean, I would say test them on humans, but I like animals more than humans.
That's pretty much it, because there's products out there that's cruelty-free, which means they don't use animals to test on. They just use science instead. There's ways to not include animals in the process.
I mean, when you get to that point, just pay humans to test and they can sign a waiver saying they can't sue you if you kill them. I would rather have less humans and less animals.
That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to cover. This is going to be a short podcast, but...
You thought it would be more...
talkative, like you were last time?
More,
pretty much.
More enthusiastic about...
I mean,
fur fashion should honestly be illegal, and I feel like fur fashion it goes beyond coats and stuff, like the bear rugs, the cheetah rugs. Just if it's synthetic, I'm more than fine with. It's not something I'm going to personally buy, but if it's synthetic, saying pretty much it's fake, well, I'm fine with that because you didn't go out there and kill a fucking animal. You killed cotton plants most likely. Oh, you're going to drop some more, I think. Oh, hold on. I mean, you probably killed cotton plants that we grow a bunch of, right? So it's not like, oh no, cotton. We could just grow some more. They even use that polyester stuff now, which is just a cotton blend. I'm not even totally sure what that is, but that you're actually killing actual animals for that. That could just be my ignorance talking there. But no, you shouldn't be killing bears to make rugs. I even think you could even throw, in my opinion, taxidermy. Oh, you're handing it to me. You could even throw taxidermy in there. Now, if you go hunting and you kill a white-tailed deer, sure, you can go get it stuffed, but...
Okay, to end it?
Yeah, wool fur should be illegal. Anything with that having should be illegal. Should use synthetic stuff, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, I could get that ended real quickity-quackity.
Alright, well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
The Polly-Wolly podcast.
So, yeah, be sure to stay tuned for our daily videos from now on.
So I don't think I'm going to be in anymore because I think I just ended this relationship with some of my stances on some of this stuff.
No, it's fine. I'm okay with opinions because everyone's entitled to theirs. It's just my expectation of your answer was a lot higher than I thought. Like you said, I should probably lower my expectations. So,
yes, helpful word of advice, have lower expectations, you'll live a happier life.
So, yeah. We'll see you guys in the next videos tomorrow. Bye.